Taylor, I want to know about your most uncomfortable experience and how you got through it.
So my uncomfortable experience, most uncomfortable, actually happened to me last semester. Um, and at the time I was doing, not last semester, like this year, last semester is in like 2019, um, in which I was doing a lot of stuff. Like honestly, way too much. Like I was in like, I think three different clubs. I had three different jobs, and I was just doing a lot. And as a Duke student, you feel like you need to do a lot of things. I guess that's just the Duke way, which is kind of, I don't like it personally, but me falling into that Duke trap, it's like, oh, I have to do this, I have to be in this club, I have to get these grades, I have to do this, do this, do this. And it was just a lot, coupled with the fact that a bunch of the stuff I was doing was supposed to help my home life. So it just got to the point where like I couldn't, if I focused too much on my grades, I neglected my clubs. If I focused too much on my clubs, I neglected, work. And if I neglected work, that negatively impacted my home life. So it got to the point where I was just so stressed out about everything that I was like, I don't know if I could do this, but I don't want to drop everything because I love everything that I do. And so it was just a hard battle between realizing that like the amount of stuff that I was doing was not worth sacrificing the mental turmoil I was going through at the time. And so that was the point where I was like, well, if I can't do all of this stuff, am I actually a Duke student? Like Duke students are supposed to do all this stuff, make the perfect grades, have a good social life, blah, 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 blah. And so me realizing that no, I am a human being and I can't do everything under the sun, and therefore subsequently dropping a couple of things that I was doing because it was just too much, really helped a lot. So I think having like, even though imposter syndrome can come in many forms, it doesn't just have to be like my socioeconomic status or like my race or all this other stuff. Like being a Duke student in its own self has a bunch of like criteria or like boxes that you have to check off in order to like feel like a Duke student. And challenging that, realizing that like I can be a Duke student without doing 20 different things at the same time, still makes me valid, still makes me a Duke student, still makes me a person.